Yeah. That's great. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Jen. I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Jenn.
I take medication and I shake a little bit. And when I'm nervous, I shake even more. So I'm just going to stand up here and shake tonight for you. So enjoy. It's really good to be here. I'm grateful for another day sober. God woke me up this morning. And I said, "Good morning, God." I do this every day. It's Jen. I'm going to need your help today. Amen. And that's about as eloquent as I get. God knows what I need help with today. And I don't have to. I always think that, because I go to Bible study and the ladies at Bible study are all dressed nice and they smell nice and they all have these eloquent, prayers and I'm like, oh, gosh, I just don't, my mind goes blank. And it's okay, because God knows my heart. And he knows all of our hearts. And he is with us. He's with me right now, believe it or not. Because I was really scared to come up here and do this tonight. And I wanted to say no, and and then I thought I might have COVID. And I'm like, is my throat itchy? Are my ears ringing? What's happening? I think I'm sick. I can't go. But no, I'm here. So I am from Connecticut. I grew up in a really small rural town in Morris, Connecticut, to loving parents, a mom and a dad, who divorced when I was 7 years old. And around that time, my grandmother was dying. And there was a lot of fighting, and I remember crying a lot, and it was hard. And then after the divorce, I moved around a lot. My parents started dating other people, and they would get engaged with someone and move in with someone, and I kind of had to go too. And that didn't always work out the best. In fact, it never did. I ran away. I was 14 years old. I had been drinking in the mornings before school. This is when I started drinking. And a man pulled over and picked me up. And I thought, oh, thank God, because I was lost. I didn't know where I was. We had moved to Middlebury, Connecticut. And so this nice man pulls over and we're talking and out of nowhere, he shoves a $20 bill down my shirt. And I'm like, what is this? I had no idea. And so I'm like this pretty meek, mild person. I told him, pull that car over right now. And he did. And he let me out. And, something really bad could have happened that night, that day. And God was with me. God was with me. And my drinking, boy, put me in a lot of precarious situations. I put me in a lot of precarious situations. And sometimes I got out of those situations, and sometimes I didn't. And as I look back now, I see that God was still with me, even when it didn't seem like it. And I'm sure I'm not alone in this. I'm sure as I'm speaking, you're all thinking of some time when God was with you, whether you got out of the situation or not. But you know what's interesting? Those things don't happen today. I don't get cornered by a group of guys when I'm drinking coffee at Starbucks. Sometimes I wish that would happen, but it doesn't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm super nervous. I'm trying to. Oh my God. But what happened was, after the divorce, I got lost in the shuffle. And, I didn't have, after my grandma died, I didn't have anybody looking out for me. My parents, God love them. I love my parents. They were good parents. But they were trying to get on with their lives. And I was kind of baggage, really. So I was looking for love in all the wrong places, right? Parties, boys, drinking, marijuana, and it went on for a really long time. The name of the boys changed, the name of the drug changed, the name of the town changed, but it was the same old song and dance. And sobriety has really given me the gift of Jenn, of just being not so absolutely terrified of being alone with myself. I'm able to sit in my own skin. I used to have a borderline personality disorder, which means I used to cut myself and I used to burn myself. And my motto was, you can't hurt me as much as I can hurt me. And I really had self-loathing down to a T, and self-pity, and self. It was all about me. And at some point, I got married, and I had children, which I lost because of my addiction, my mental illness, and my alcoholism, and my substance abuse. And I wish I could say, and that's when I got sober. I lost my kids, and it woke me up, and I got sober. Well, that's not what happened. What happened was I felt sorry for myself. I missed my kids, and I continued getting high and drinking and trying to numb myself from the pain of, life is happening to me. And in sobriety, I see that I am a willing participant in this. And I actually manifest what happens in my life. And I have manifested this amazing group of people on Whidbey Island. How the hell did I get to Whidbey Island? I'm not even sure. But the recovery and the women, and, I really feel like the women just kind of, especially like right now, circled the wagons and have my back, and I can go pretty much anywhere, in sobriety. It's such a gift. And what I want to really say is I'm a chronic relapser. And there is hope. If you are someone who keeps relapsing, do not give up. Do not ever, 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 ever give up. If you love someone who is a chronic relapser, don't give up on them. Don't give up. My parents are still in my life. My children are still in my life. It's at a distance. It's strained. It's, what's the word? It's, my addiction has taken its toll on those relationships. but I still have the opportunity through the steps. I'm on step 9 and I'm writing letters to my kids. And I just want them to know how much I love them. And there's no strings attached. They don't have to call me back. They don't have to write me back. They don't have to send me Mother's Day cards. They don't, there's no strings attached. I just really want them to know that I gave them up. Not because I didn't love them, but because I did. And I was not in any way, shape, or form able to take care of those kids. And I knew that. And everybody knew that. And I remember I was in a detox. This is the only thing I remember about this detox. I was there for 10 days. And this doctor said to me, "We have relieved you of the responsibility of your kids." And he said it like it was a good thing for me, but, and it's something I have to let go of, because the shame that I feel around this will keep me going back out. It'll keep me sick. It'll keep me stuck. And I need to get past it. And so I'm working my steps. I'm working with a phenomenal young lady who's on fire for the program. And it's contagious. Contagious in a good way, not in the COVID way. Yeah, so how am I doing? Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, so sobriety is a gift. The work is a gift. The heartbreak is a gift. It's all part of this beautiful tapestry that we're weaving. And my prayer is that in our pain and in our isolation, we find each other and we begin to heal individually and collectively. I'm Jenn, and I'm an alcoholic.